In 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Dianna and Miles.
What?
You're supposed to say and Miles.
Is this like a news anchor show or something?
No, but we have to introduce ourselves.
Okay, I'm sorry. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, it's Dianna.
Hey, I'm Miles.
And we're doing this video, how do you say it? Like, not in honor of, but pretty much because our 1-year anniversary is coming up in 2 days, and we just wanted to come together and just kind of share with you guys a few things that we have learned through our marriage, like things we wish we would have known before we were married. Thought that would be useful. I wish I would have had something like this when I got married or we got married. But yeah, so we have actually not even shared what we wrote, so I'm kind of excited to see what Miles wrote, and hopefully we don't have the same things. If we do, that'll be really awkward, but yeah, pretty typical of us. You can go first.
No, you go first. Ladies first.
So I'll share one, then you share one.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna start from like number 10. So, or number 5, I guess, because together we have 10. So, thought you didn't come prepared, huh?
Yeah, all right.
So, the last one will be like the grand finale thing. So, number 5 would be just to not be afraid to be married or to get married, because like coming from divorced parents and just from seeing so many marriages fail, not just like people that I know, but just overall, you just hear of so many divorces and the divorce rate going up in America, in the world. So that definitely did instill a lot of fear in me deciding to get married, especially being so young. I was like, am I going to screw my life up this early? Like, maybe I should just wait a few more years before I totally do that. But I wish I wouldn't have been so scared to get married originally, because I feel like once you are scared or have that fear of getting married, you start thinking of like backup plans, like, okay, well, if I get a divorce, and like that automatically just like, no, you don't want to do that. And I'll probably save that for another video, but yeah, just don't be afraid to get married.
Okay. All right, my first one is going to be your vows that you take at the altar are like seeds, right? So when I thought about my vows, I really thought about them, trying to put everything down on paper, exactly, how I feel about Dianna, taking this covenant before God. And I looked back on them a few days ago, and it just made me realize, like, we took that covenant before God, and those vows were a seed, I just didn't like list off things that I, am specifically limited to, but to take those vows, to grow from them, and then eventually, to come back and work on some things that, I may have been lacking on or may not have mastered or anything like that. Again, it's only been 1 year. So, what I would tell myself, earlier is, the vows are very important, but it is the development, implementation, and finally the review of those that really mean the most as you're taking that covenant before God.
That's deep. Good job.
Thanks.
My number 4 would be not everything has to be a fight. Because, like, I don't know. I'm not an instigator, but I am with Miles in some ways.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, I could always find so many excuses to blame it on. Like, oh, I didn't have a good day at work. Oh, my head hurts. Oh, I don't feel good. Oh, this and that. But, like, things just don't have to be a fight. We can just, like, move past things. And we learned that in our premarital class, but I kind of just, like, went in 1 year and went out the other. And once I got married, I was like, okay, am I going to make every little dish he doesn't wash or every little dish he doesn't put in the dishwasher a fight? Or can I just easily solve this issue throughout our whole lifetime of marriage and just start doing the dishes? And that's just like a really minor example. But yeah, just everything does not need to be a fight.
Yeah, that's real right there. My next one would be schedule time, both alone and together. So scheduling has been, it's been tough. It's been difficult. I work. I have grad school. We're both, heavily involved with the church. Dianna works. There's just always, a hustle and bustle of every single day. And what we did is, we put our calendar together, just synced it together on our phones, and it's made my life so much easier. She'll just tell me like, oh, we need to do this weekend. It'll go one ear and out the other. But when I have it on my calendar, it's scheduling that time to, make time for each other, us to go to, an event, for us to just be on the same page and on one accord in everything we do. And then we're also just scheduling some time like separate, just so we can grow and just kind of get that breath of fresh air. So we're not like just looking to pick a fight over every little thing every time it comes up. So what I usually do is, I'll take Jabari, that's our German Shepherd, our boy. I usually take him to the park and I just play fetch with him. Just get outside, just, get some fresh air, get away from the, routine and everything I do every single day. And that way, when I'm ready to come back home and connect with Dianna, I'm fresh. My mind is like decomposed before, decomposed is probably not the right word. My mind is probably free because this girl definitely drops those 20,000 words a day that a woman speaks. I get all those as soon as I come through the door. So scheduling that time for me to just prepare for those 20,000 words and just for us to prepare to go out and just managing our time and being on the same page.
That's good. My next one will be that 1 year flies by. Like, I look back and I can't even believe it's already been a year in like a few days. Like, it's just so crazy to me how fast this went by. And like the first month I was like, wow, this is going by so slow. Like, dang, it's only been a month. It's only been 2 months. But I think like once we hit like, I don't even know, probably that 6 month mark, like it just flew by. So definitely just enjoy every single moment. Like, even if it's just sitting on the couch binging on Netflix show, even if it's just grocery shopping or driving to get gas together, just every little thing, try to make it count. And just take pictures, even if your husband doesn't like pictures taken, or Snapchats or Insta stories. Especially, he hates Insta stories.
Oh man, don't get me started.
But just do it anyways, because I look back on mine and I'll be like, babe, look at this, remember that? And he doesn't even remember because he was just so in the moment. But someone has to be taking the pictures. So if he's not, you should. And if she's not, then you should.
Huh. That's pretty good.
Thanks.
I didn't think about that. You do have a lot more photos on your phone.
Yeah.
But I do have more storage, so.
But I still haven't reached my maximum storage. I have like 128 gigs, I think, on my phone. I only have like 70 gigs full, so.
My next one would be embrace compromise and embrace change. So we've gotten to the point, it's just one of us. If it's just in the middle of it, everyone's like, all right, whatever. Either you can have it your way, or we're just gonna, somebody's gonna, kind of fall back. Because before we used to just butt heads, like it's gonna be your way. No, it's gonna be my way. And I think compromise has been like such a just stress reliever. It's just like it's not even worth it. We can just calm down, see both sides, and work on that. And then change, because I personally do not like change. I'm a very routine person. Like when when it gets thrown off, it like kind of just trips me out, And I think change is, it's been good, it's been really good. It's been growth, so it's been something new, something unexpected, but it's been good change. And I think just coming together and just being on the same page with that compromise, and not with the mindset of, I was like that when you married me. You knew who I was when you married me, So I kind of went into it with that mindset. But in essence, Dianna showed me a few things like I could grow on. I shouldn't have brought into the marriage, and some habits I needed to break. So yeah, compromise and change. Embrace both of those.
Cool. And then my next one is that 2 incomes does not always mean more money. For us, it definitely did not. It just pretty much meant like more expenses, more bills, and money just goes out just as fast. And also, like with that, like, you're not gonna have it all when you get married. Like, you're so lucky if you have a fully furnished house and full cabinets, nice cutlery and knives and utensils and whatnot, because that was not the case for us. But it taught us to kind of just like grow past that and just to really just not focus so much on finances and to enjoy like the little moments where we don't have it all. And once we do get something, it's like a huge deal. Like, I remember we got like TV trays so we can eat dinner in bed, and those are like the biggest thing for us ever.
Yeah.
And they're like $10 at Walmart probably. But just like little things like that, they mean so much. And yeah, just money does not have to be an issue. That's pretty much it. And don't make money an issue. Don't let it become an issue, and just don't be greedy. And having one bank account actually helps a lot for most people. Don't know about you guys, but for us, it has.
And my next one's kind of like the same. I learned this from Pastor Daryl. He taught me to live in the moment instead of living through it, you know? Because a lot of times we're in such a bad situation, like Dianna was saying, you know, when we first got married, we're in a new town, we're in a new city, you know, things are just like not kind of lining up how we expected. And we always were like, okay, well, this is just a phase. God is going to get us through this season. Like, we just have to look forward to that. And, you know, in essence, I feel like we sometimes kind of miss what God was trying to teach us in that season. You know, he was trying to teach us to lean more on him and to trust more in him and to, you know, lay down our pride and ask for help, you know, things like that. And it really, there's a lesson to be learned in the tough times, because everyone tells you the first year is the roughest year of marriage. You know, you hear that from everyone. And, you know, I can't vouch from that because it's only been 1 year, but again, just like being in that moment, in that situation, like Dianna says, we have more joy now in the smaller things as we look back on where God has brought us from. So I feel like living in that moment, seeing what God is doing, opening yourself to that transformation, that change, even in that dark hour. And then by the time, you know, he pulls you out of that valley and, you know, on the top of the mountain, you're able to look back and be like, oh, this is what God wanted me to learn or wanted us to do. And so yeah, definitely live in the moment and not just through it.
I like that. And my last one that absolutely nobody prepared me for, that I didn't even know was a part of marriage, is that you will gain weight when you are married. Like, it's crazy how much weight you can put on, or just how out of shape you can get, because you have so many other priorities. You have a whole nother person to worry about. If you have kids, that's like even more people to worry about. And you don't have your mom's cooking. You don't have all the money. We definitely didn't. So it was really hard to eat healthy, stay on a diet, have gym memberships, and just have healthy habits. Like, I never got the freshman 15 when I went to college and moved into the dorms, but I definitely got the marriage 20. So look out for that and try to just be healthy, go to the gym together, learn to cook, because that's something that I'm still struggling with, because I can only cook unhealthy things.
Hey, but those unhealthy things are fire.
Those enchiladas.
Yeah, they are fire.
But yeah, I wish I would have known that, and I would have paid a lot more attention when I first got married.
My last one, I don't know if it's what I learned. I think it's just what I know and what I've been doing. Fall in love every single day. And that's what I do with Dianna, with our life together, with our, you know, church, our dogs, our, you know, our family, our friends, everybody in our circle, just falling in love every single day. You know, I feel like we get into, like me personally, get into that routine of change, and you try and just move on from that high of the wedding, everyone supporting you and saying you guys got this, and you know, everything like that. And it's more you leaning on each other and leaning on God to add that value to each other's lives every single day, to love each other more every single day, pretend that every single day is, you know, that day I set that, you know, we set our vows to each other. And just to have fun, you know, have fun, love each other every single day, every day. Like, I roll out of bed and I'm like, I spend every single day with my best friend. So that's
cute.
That's my biggest one. Fall in love every single day. And, you know, don't stop. No matter if you're arguing, you know, don't go to bed mad, like things like that. Like, there's always a reset button to never stop falling in love. And I love you.
I love you, baby. Here's to 1 year.
Here's to 1 year.
So many more.
So many more.
And disclaimer, we're not pros on marriage. We
Not even
just
close.
Got married.
Again, it's only a year. So
maybe we'll hit you next year with what I wish I would have known year 1 or year 2 of marriage.
Yeah.
I guess it would be called. But yeah, don't stop falling in love.
No.
I love you.
Love you too.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh. So everybody, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and let us know any other advice you do have for our future years of marriage. We have a lot to learn still, but I think we got the basics down, but I know it's going to get more complicated as time goes on. So yeah, just let us know what you've learned in your years of marriage, and follow us on Instagram, Snapchat, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe.
Thanks guys.
That was like on cue.